Hello and welcome to Ohio Hobbies. You guessed it, it's that time again. It is time for a $50 hunt. We're going to open 2 boxes of $50. We're going to look for silver, first and foremost, proofs, errors, varieties. We're still looking for our first ever 1970. We're also looking for our first ever foreign in a $50 box. And there's a few other things I'm looking for just to fill spots in the book. 90% silver will be fantastic. I have been on a very bad drought for 90%. 40%'s been great, or good, I should say, good. But 90% has eluded me. So maybe we'll get into some of those. I'm going to get these open one at a time, lay them out in the back, and we will see what I find. I'll bring you in on each one. The first box is laid out and on the table. I checked the enders, and until I got under the light, I didn't notice that one there. I believe we do have a silver ender. Definitely looks silver to me under the light. So when I get there, I'm going to start here. When I do get here, I'll let you know. Alright, here is the ender. And it is a 1967. So we were right. We have one silver on the board. And it was an ender. Nothing else so far. Roll number 32. And it finally happened. I have come across something other than a $50 normal, regular $50. Whether it be Walker, Benji, or Kennedy. I have finally come across something else. There it is, a Nation of Immigrants, $50, commemorative, 1986, and it does have the San Francisco proof, like the San Francisco Mint S on it, and it is a proof. Look at that. That, my friends, is fantastic. I am definitely looking forward to adding this one to the collection. And it is clad, just so you know. Not silver. It is clad, but it don't matter. That very same roll, a couple coins later, we are going to add a 2006 Philadelphia NIFC, or not intended for circulation. And that very next roll, 33, we're going to add a 2005 Denver NIFC. I have searched the stack of variety years that were sitting here. I found absolutely nothing. Out is laid box number 2. Excuse me. I am about to get started right there with roll number 51, or roll number 1 of box 2. I did not see any silver enders this time around. It's still kind of weird. We got 140% silver ender, and then of course the proof commemorative, which is awesome to add to my collection. I'm so excited about that one. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with the hunt. I will see you on the next find. Alright, roll 18 of box number 2, and we're going to pull a 2019 Philadelphia NIFC. And not only do we have a 2019 NIFC to add to the book, not only do we have a 2019 Philly NIFC, but we get to fill an empty spot in the book. Right there it is, 2019 Philadelphia, missing. we're going to have it now. So, at the end of this, when I do the wrap up, we're going to fill that spot. But, we still got more to hunt. Roll 34, and it is a bit of a doozy. I'm kind of excited about it. It is a 2019 Philadelphia, another one, NIFC. But the reason I'm excited is this one right here. You can see the fingerprints on it. If you look, you can see the cameo. We do have a proof. 1981. Now, I didn't catch this earlier. We're going to have to look at the S mint mark under the scope. 1981 had 2 S mint marks. There's considered a type 1 and type 2. So at the wrap up, we will go over this and my opinion of which one this is. I do have one in my book right now that is a type 2. Upon quick look at this through the loop, I do believe this may be a type 1. So I may have both types of proofs, but I want to do some more research and find out, because I'm assuming one proof is going to be rarer than the other, and the odds of me having both is probably pretty slim. But either way, we are going to add another proof to the yearly count that'll be up here in the corner at the end of the video. So here we go. We still have 16 more rolls to hunt. Who knows what we're going to find. We have the commemorative, the proof, we have NIFCs, we have silver. The only thing missing is that 90%er that keeps eluding me. So hang out, maybe we'll find a 90%er somewhere in that stack. All right, we are done hunting both boxes of $half, and we're ready to do a recap. We are going to do this part of it last because I have some explanations. So if you're curious about 1981 S proof type 1 versus type 2, stick around because we're going to figure it out together today. And at least I hope I'm right based on the research that I've been doing. We'll take a look under the scope. I'll show you a bit on a picture and we'll see what we can come up with. But for now, let's go over what we found. We found 4 NIFCs. We got a 2006 Philly, a 2005 Denver, and 2 2019 Phillies. Now, if you missed it in the beginning, let me go over here. It'll be not that book. That's why it doesn't look right. Let me get the other book. We got to get the new book and go to this page right here. 2019 Philly. It is an open spot, so one of these, the better of the two, will be filling that spot in that book. But for now, we're going to set that back off to the side, and we're going to go over the rest of these. All right, NIFCs aside, we're keeping 1, 3 going back into the wild. We did manage to find silver, 1967, 40% silver. Hey, it doesn't matter. Silver is silver. 40%, 35%, 90%. Hunting 9's fine. 3 or 4 9's fine. It's all silver. But anyway, moving on. Next up is our commemorative. This is the first $half commemorative I've got. It is a San Francisco proof. It is the first non-normal $half, being Walker, Benji, or Franklin's. Walker, Benji, or the Kennedys. This is the first thing I've gotten in all the boxes, which you will see up above right in this area towards the end of the video. You're going to see a recap of everything. This is the only coin I have ever found that is not a standard $half. So, anyway, that was a mouthful and got me all twisted. All right, now we're going to take a look at these. I had my 1981 proof in the type 2 spot. Okay, we're going to verify whether that was correct place to put it or not, whether we have a type 1 or type 2, and if one of these is different than the other. Okay, back to what we were doing. So I wanted to show you this as well. We're looking at the 1981 San Francisco Type 1 and Type 2. Type 2 is $25 value at a proof 65. And the other one, Type 1, is only $3 at proof 65. So there is a very large difference between the two. And that is what makes me question whether or not I had it in the right spot as a Type 2. So there's that. And then as I was flipping through here, yes, I only have a glove on one hand. The commemoratives are also in here. So if we flip back to 1986, right here, S, Statue of Liberty, Centennial Clad $50. So we have the proof version of that though. And it's not very expensive. It's as long as I have the right one. Because there's the one that we have, and then there's this one here. But it just says Statue of Liberty, Centennial. Okay, so that's silver. I get it. Sorry. Finally caught on. Wow. That took a minute. It's kind of scary. Anyway, 1986 S right there. It's only $5 value, but that's fine. And that's at a proof 67, which it's not. Okay, anyway, enough babbling. Let's move on and let's start looking at this. Which type do we have? So we're going to turn my picture back on here. So what we have is we have a Type 2 there and a Type 1 there. You're going to notice a little bit of a difference, but what we want to concentrate on, I think, to me, is this material where the tips are of the S, where it touches there and there. When if you look at the Type 2, it does not touch. It is a clearer, cleaner San Francisco. So we're going to look at the same thing on these. Now, this is the one that I had listed as a Type 2 in my book, which should be a clear, clean S, which you can see clearly that it is not. They are touching, just like this one here. So that is a Type 1. Now, on to the second one. Which once we get it up here under the scope and get some glare off of it. Actually, it looks better in the glare. We can clearly see that we have both Type 1s. Alright. So there we go. I did have it in the wrong spot, so I will correct that. I will put the nicer of the two in the correct spot. The other one will go into my collection for the moment. And I hope that this image right here does help you if you question what you have in your collection. So, alright. That is the end of this. Right about now, you're going to see right here in this bit of the window here, our total hunt for the year. You'll see 2021, 2020, and our lifetime. The lifetime is amazing to look at. And you'll also notice that so far this year, we do not have a 90% yet. And that's okay. We're still pulling silver every single week. It is one or two, but hey, I'm not going to get mad, especially when I find commemoratives and a proof, and then of course a book filler. All right, that is it for this hunt. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe you learned something from these if you didn't already know. And if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments below, because it does happen sometimes. Anyway, enough of that. If you would, please give me a thumbs up on this video. Down over here, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell notification. Down in the description of this video, you will find my P.O. box and my email address if you wish to send anything my way. Below that, if you are willing, able, and have the means to donate to the channel, it'd very much be appreciated. And that's it for this one. So, to end off the video, as always, get your hobby on.